there is a bird of impossible beauty whose essence defies the laws of time and nature. Some call it immortal, others say it holds the secrets of rebirth itself. Wherever its tale is told, around ancient campfires, through whispered folklore, or within the verses of sacred texts, the legend of the phoenix has left an indelible mark on humanity as a timeless symbol of renewal, resilience, and transformation. But what is it about this fiery mythical creature that has enchanted us for millennia? Why do we continue to be mesmerized by the idea of a bird that in its final moments erupts into dazzling flames, only to rise triumphantly from its own ashes, born anew? To explore the story of the phoenix is to step into the realm of wonder where science ends and imagination burns brightly. The tale of the phoenix begins in the distant sands of ancient Egypt. The Egyptians called it the Bennu, a heron-like bird they associated with the sun, creation, and rebirth. According to their legends, the Bennu bird would perch upon the sacred Ben stone at dawn, its golden feathers catching the first rays of sunlight. Its cry, pure and melodic, was said to herald both beginnings and endings, the cosmic cycles of life and death. But it wasn't just the Egyptians who told this story. The legend of a gloriously self-reviving bird took flight across borders and cultures, reshaping itself with each telling. To the Greeks, it was the phoenix, a bird of dazzling crimson and gold that lived for centuries before succumbing to a fiery end, only to rise again reborn and unscathed. The Romans absorbed the tale, incorporating it into their symbolism of empire and eternity. Even in far-off China, legends of the fenghuang emerged. Not exactly the same creature, but an equally majestic bird symbolizing harmony, immortality, and virtue. What all these interpretations have in common is a fascination with cycles. A being that can die only to be reborn is the perfect metaphor for the endless rhythms of nature, the changing seasons, the rise and fall of civilizations, and the resilient spirit of humankind. In many ways, the phoenix reflects the world itself, capable of destruction, but always, always capable of renewal. Let us imagine the phoenix in its most iconic moment, its final hour. When it senses the approach of death, the phoenix builds a nest of fragrant branches and spices. Myrrh, cinnamon, frankincense. The air is heavy with the scent of its preparations, solemn but beautiful. Then, as the cycle dictates, the phoenix ignites itself in a blaze of glory. Flames consume both bird and nest, and all that remains is ash that glows with a faint ember of life. And from that ash, with a crackle of fire and the smallest stir of wings, a new phoenix emerges, a fiery chick, radiant with potential and promise. It is not a reincarnation, it is not the same phoenix restored. It is both new and ancient, carrying the memory of what came before, but pressing forward into the unknown. The flames do not destroy the phoenix, they refine it, they make it something more. This theme, the idea that destruction is not an end but a transformation, has made the phoenix a beloved figure in philosophy and religion. In Christianity, the phoenix became a Christ-like symbol of resurrection, life after death, and the triumph of the soul. As early as the 1st century AD, theologians wrote of the phoenix as an allegory for the life eternal, a reminder that even in death, there is hope for renewal. In alchemy, too, the phoenix symbolizes a crucial stage in transformation. Alchemists who sought to turn base metals into gold and unlock the mysteries of life itself saw in the phoenix a kindred spirit. Solvet coagula, they would say, dissolve and recombine. It was the idea that to create something pure and magnificent, what came before must first be broken down. Just like the phoenix, alchemy reminds us that destruction can lead to rebirth. In more modern times, the phoenix has shifted from the spiritual to the personal. Today, the bird symbolizes resilience, the human capacity to rise from failure, and the strength to overcome life's hardest trials. We see the phoenix invoked in literature, in art, even in pop culture, each time representing the idea that no matter how devastating or final something may seem, there's always the potential for a new beginning. J.K. Rowling's Fawkes, the loyal companion of Professor Dumbledore in the Harry Potter series, brings this symbolism to life. Fawkes, a crimson and gold phoenix, heals wounds with his tears and bursts into flames when his cycle comes to an end, only to reemerge as a baby bird, an eternal companion, as enduring as hope itself. Similarly, the Hunger Games trilogy uses the image of the mockingjay, an echo of the phoenix, to represent rebellion, transformation, and the spark of revolution. And let's not forget how the phoenix appears in real life. Not as a literal bird, but but in the language and stories of everyday people. When we speak of rising from the ashes, we invoke the spirit of the phoenix. We use it in poetry, in memoirs, and even in casual conversation as shorthand for resilience, for finding light after darkness, strength within struggle, and hope after heartbreak. But why does this idea resonate so deeply with us? Perhaps because the myth of the phoenix answers a question all humans grapple with. Can we begin again after we've lost everything? The phoenix doesn't promise that life will be easy or that suffering can be avoided. Instead, it acknowledges that pain and loss are inevitable, but also temporary. The ashes are not the end. They are the beginning of something new. The phoenix invites us to see beauty in impermanence. It teaches us that we are capable of rising, no matter how far we've fallen. It whispers that change, even when it feels like destruction, is a force of creation. Some legends fade with time, their relevance lost in the march of history. But not the phoenix. It endures because we see ourselves in it. Just like the mythical bird, a part of us knows that we too are always in a process of transformation. We are burning and rebuilding continuously, sometimes with joy, other times with pain. But always we are becoming. And just like the phoenix, we rise. So the next time you feel stuck in the ashes, with nothing but shadows behind you and uncertainty ahead, think of the phoenix. Think of its fire and its courage to begin again. And remember, you too hold within you the power to rise anew. The legend of the phoenix is not just its story, it is ours, and it will never burn out.